What's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's about 6:20 in the morning. Let me use that. About 6:30. Just finished the book club, 5 a.m. book club this morning, and a topic that we were talking about was very interesting. And we were talking about people who burn the boats. You know, if you read, older stories of Bill Gates and how he slept on the floor and worked for hours, worked many hours, 20 hours a day. You know, if you look at Thomas Edison and you see pictures of him like taking naps in the park, because there was a famous picture of him working for 72 hours straight and then taking a nap in the park just to get a little more energy so he continue on. And the question comes to mind is, what is it that gives these people that drive? What is it that makes them step away from the masses and mediocre conversations to focus on their crafts? Is their why that much different than our why? In the book club, one of our members was talking about how they were talking to a friend. And the friend was trying to convince them that, I'm just fine living my mediocre life and doing these things, but I'm behind on this. I can't pay this. And this is going on. But then I'm like, so one minute you're saying that you're happy, but then you mention about 2 or 3 other things that are terrible in your life. So the question comes to mind, are you trying to trick yourself into thinking that you're happy? I would talk about, I would be in these conversations, and sometimes I could just be sitting there and some people say, man, are you still doing this traveling like you used to do? I'm like, no, not really. Man, I can't even travel like that. I'm happy just staying in the place that I am and doing my things and stuff like that. And then the question comes to my mind is like, what did I ask you? Did I say anything about your happiness? But one thing I've learned over time is that those people really aren't talking to me. They're talking to themselves. Because I was telling everybody about the journey that I saw customers take on my YouTube. Like literally, this is how the phase they went through. They were angry as hell at first because everything that I'm telling them is definitely different from what they grew up listening to. Like, you need to save money. They always counteract that with saying things like, well, I'm happy and I only live once. Yes, but when you get older and you're 60, 70 years old and you don't have any money, you can't afford the nursing home that you need to go to because you can no longer stay at home, then you wish that you could go back and change some things, but really you can't. So really, if you have time when you're younger to do something, you need to be doing that now. Or are you going to be the older person that's always talking about medication is high, that's always talking about which president is not doing that, and having these really weird conversations with other friends because you're broke? So if you're listening to what I'm saying right now, get it together. If I ask you to join the 5 a.m. book club, which I want to ask many people that, and you tell me it's too early, you'd rather get your beauty sleep then, you may not understand what life is. We have this saying in Islam, we say, like if I saw any of you who are watching this, I'll see you tomorrow. In Islam, we say that's an arrogant statement to say. You should end those conversations like this, inshallah. And what does that mean? I'll see you tomorrow if God permits. Because life isn't yours. We're borrowing life like a library card. I really mean that. You go to a library and you get a book and then you have to take the book back? That's what life is. Life does not belong to you. So for you to sit here and say you have your whole life ahead of you, what the hell does that mean? I could die in 30 minutes. You don't have your whole life ahead of you. It's a lie. You don't have anything ahead of you. The only thing that you're promised is the time you have right now. So let's just stop lying to ourselves. Let's stop lying to ourselves and telling us we're happy with mediocre lives. It's all about watching television. It's idiot food. And no, I'm not apologizing for that. If you're glued to a TV and you know what time shows are, and that TV is not teaching you anything, not helping you in any way, you're wasting time. This is not, life on this planet is not Club Med. We're going to have to leave here, whether you want to or not. And just think about this statement I'm about to say. If it was up to us, we would stay forever. But it's not. So just that thought in itself should make you want to wake up motivated daily. Should make you want to be that crazy person that said, you know what, I'm addicted to bettering myself. And that type of addiction is not a bad thing. I want to be better tomorrow than I was today. And I try to wake up with that mentality that I only have a short amount of time to get it together. You only have a short amount of time to get it together. So if you're sitting there getting bigger every day because you're eating the wrong foods, get it together. Because actually what you're doing is making yourself probably leave the planet a little bit earlier. If your business isn't working the way you want it to work, get it together. Figure it out. Find out why you're not getting clients. Maybe you need to increase your knowledge on marketing and how to get a client and how to get leads. And not just keep thinking that when you show up today, why aren't any clients coming to my business? Because you don't have the right actions and you're not doing the right things to get those clients. So you got to figure that piece out, right? But we got to do better. I'm not saying become obsessed and you forget about your family, your kids and stuff like that. No, I'm not telling you that. But I will say that we have a responsibility to take care of ourselves and become better individuals. I mean, we live in a world today where you have to, like one thing, you go down south, people have to put bars on their home to keep idiots out of their freaking home because grown men don't know how to police themselves and take care of themselves and say, hey, I want to be better than the scum of the earth. I want to get some skills. I want to learn something. So people literally have to live in prison because of idiots. Because they would rather, not work on themselves, not read books, not become better citizens because they're idiots. I would say, no, I'm not going to say forgive me for calling people idiots, but I'm not. So you have to create laws to keep idiots out of your home. But what if those idiots woke up one day and said, you know what? I don't want to be this person that's robbing and killing people for their things. I want to become better. I want to start reading books. I want to find out what it takes to be a responsible human being, to pay my taxes, to not cheat people, to make money, to not use illegal ways to make money to better myself. That's what human beings should be doing in the first place. Right? So my promise to myself is that I have to wake up on a daily basis and do the things that I have to do in order to become better. I don't think that's too much to ask for ourselves. If you don't, I can tell you right now, if you don't have the things that you want in life, you don't have the right knowledge, or you're not applying the right action to get those things. Because there are people that have it. And they're applying the right knowledge and the right actions to get it. This is why you always should be in a state of constant learning and constantly taking action. So just a little food for thought. So I'm going to go start my day. Now, what's the second thing? So I already did the 5 a.m. book club. I already went in, had a high-powered conversation 5 a.m. in the morning. That gives me a little fuel. So now I'm about to head to the gym and give because that's my mind too, my mind and my body more fuel, because I need to exercise. I need to do those things. And for those of you who wake up every day, who are sitting around taking in calories and not doing anything to burn those calories, it's math. What you take in, you got to burn. And I'm not being the mean guy or anything like that. I'm just telling you some straight knowledge to your face. I'm not going to lie to you. And shout out to Mike. My man Mike is from you're in Riyadh. No, you're in Dubai. I'm sorry. No, the 5 a.m. book club, man, is when we take books in the morning time. Like right now, we're reading Entre Leadership with Dave Ramsey, and we just discuss them. Discuss the crap out of them, and then we apply them to our lives. So that's what the 5 a.m. book club. We've been doing it now, man, I want to say close to a year. But it's changed my life. And a lot of people who are involved in this change their life too, because you got to read. They say that Warren Buffett reads 500 pages a day. He's in his 90s. He's one of the richest men on the planet, and he still does it. If you don't put anything in, what do you think is going to come out? Think about that. I like what Ola says. This is like Oprah with Abdul. It's not really that. It's like, because here's the thing. Napoleon Hill said this. When two minds come together, you create a third. And this is kind of the Abdul that a lot of people don't know. Like a lot of people I know that played for Abdul. But the thing is, yeah, he reads 500 pages a day. I don't really show the real Abdul because I'm crazy. And what do I mean by I'm crazy? Not crazy in a deranged way. I'm obsessed. Sleep doesn't mean much to me. I'm obsessed with learning. I'm obsessed with getting better. And that's what it is. Because I really want this. I don't want to, at the end of the day, I don't want to make excuses for like why I'm not at the level I need to be. And I know that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication in order for me to get there. Right? So my challenge today is be better than you were yesterday. Like I want to ask you a question. It's Monday right now. How many of you have your notebook ready, full of your list, full of the things that you want to accomplish for that week? How many have it the game plan ready? Like the game plan of what you want to do for this week. Because you wouldn't drive to a place that you had no, you never knew, you don't know what this place is without a GPS. So the GPS is somewhat of a game plan for you to get there. So if you don't have a game plan to where you want to get this week, are you really ready? I want you to think about that today. If I don't have the game plan, what am I going to do today? Can you guess your way to success? So I want you to ponder that. The question today: can I guess my way to success? Can I expect clients to come when I don't do anything to get clients? When I don't have an opt-in? When I'm not running a Facebook ad? Like how are people going to find, when I didn't do a video? How are people going to find me? Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Gary Vee. And I'm glad you said that. Gary Vee is a man of action. So I've heard Gary Vee said many times that he hasn't read. But here's the thing. Gary Vee with Wine Library had over 1,000 videos. So first you got to ask yourself, and this is not you, but just anybody, have you did 1,000 videos? Left that brand and then went on to do the Daily V, and who knows what episode he's on now. Created multiple YouTube channels, has a podcast going on, which has hundreds of episodes, has done hundreds, maybe even 1,000, I don't know, live speaking engagements. He's a man of action. Now, to say that he hasn't learned through book form is false, because here's the thing. Those high-powered individuals that he interviews and he goes deep with those conversations, he's getting something from that. He's taking information in. He's surrounded by high-powered people. So that's his form of success. But if you're not that, you got to get it some other way. If we're not talking to millionaires and billionaires on a daily basis and being in high-powered things and creating businesses, you got to get another form of that. So whether that's reading or what, because I look at reading as this. Reading is the blueprint of people who are successful, who are giving it to you. A lot of people who wrote books. I had a guy who makes about $100,000 a month tell me, my game plan is in the book. But the problem is, most people don't read it. So they think, well, my question is, how are you going to get the game plan when you don't read it? I've read books, like even my man from ClickFunnels, who created ClickFunnels. I talked to a guy and he's like, he gives you a webinar that he charges $10,000 for, but everything that he teaches in that webinar is in the $12 book. But a lot of times most people don't read it. They always say, if a guy's going to break into your house or a woman or whatever breaks in your house, hide your money in the books. Because most people are not going to go there because they're offended by knowledge. Oh, those are just books over there. Right? But he has learned from experience. That's his system, and he learns from his interaction. Yeah, that's true. But Gary Vee definitely has a passion for people. He helps people. He's obsessed with helping people. And that's a good thing. I mean, really, to be honest, business is not about you. Like a lot of people, when they start a business, they say things like, oh, what do I want to create? That's the wrong way to approach it. You have to ask yourself, what problem can I solve with my passion? Because people don't care about you. It's not about you. It's about what they can get. So as a business owner, a business person, you are a servant. That's what we all should be, is servants. That's all business is being a servant. You know, when I was doing my YouTube channel, and I did about 1,400 videos. And I would say, people would keep saying like, what me. And I used to think like, well, why about me? But I had to learn, it is about other people. It is about other people when it comes to business. You have to be a servant in business. Put your own, needs to this, I think it was Zig Ziglar who said, when you help enough people get what they want in life, you will eventually get what you want. Just because you copy a successful person's system. And I think you're misunderstanding me, Ola. I don't think you should copy another successful person's system, because this is why we all have a different fingerprint. Everybody has something unique about them. Michael Jordan, if he was an accountant, probably wouldn't have been as successful as an accountant as he was in basketball, because he was passionate about it. So it's not about waking up and copying a system. But Ola, the thing is, how do you bring your greatness out? Like I know you personally, Ola, and I know that you're a photographer and you're really passionate about that. But the thing about it is that how do you become the best photographer? Like we talked about the guy that created the brand Humans of New York in our book club this morning. The guy used to be a stockbroker, fired, went out and said, I'm going to take 10,000 pictures. 10,000 pictures and tell a story. And then one of the members that was in the book club said, he came to USF, University of South Florida. The kids went wild. So then I asked, why do you think those kids went wild when this guy stepped on stage? And I give you a hunch. I got a hunch. I mean, I give you a clue. I think they went wild because here's a guy that had the balls to say, I'm going to use my art in a great way and turn it into a brand, and it worked. I mean, how many people now have a thing that they're doing and just can't get enough courage to take it to the next level? I mean, Well, it's a lot of us talking about taking it to the next level, but it takes power. Even something as simple as a YouTube video and talking to your brand and talking to your niche and talking to your customer. Some people are still struggling with that. Like, people are going to judge me. What if the lighting's wrong? You know, I'm not really polished. Look, you just got to get out there and do that. But a lot of people are afraid of the criticism and they shy away from it. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Whatever it is you're doing in the world, how can you take it to the next level? Ask yourself that question. How can you take it to the next level where it can feed you, your family, and anyone else that comes after you? Because a lot of times you see these great people, they've taken it to the next level. They're on a whole nother plane. And they don't care about what people think. They don't care about what people say. They're just doing it. Right? Let me read one more. One takes creativity and talent, and the other is based on hard work and learning how to run it. And that's true. But, you know, Ola, the thing is, too, and I give my last comment, a lot of people are afraid of mistakes. Because when we were born in this planet, attached to our neck wasn't a blueprint on how to be successful in life. But the only way to get to be successful in life is you have to try. You can't be afraid of making mistakes. If you're afraid of making mistakes, I promise you'll never get there. Like I can tell you right now, if you are a business person and you're tiptoeing and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm not ready for that blog. Oh, I don't want to do that. No, I'm telling you. If you look at Gary Vee's old videos, the lighting is bad for Wine Library TV. He's not as polished. But I promise you that that process that he went through made him the Gary Vee that he is today. And I agree, Mike. And in your way, you did take it to the next level. I don't know many people that will pack up and say, I'm about to move to Dubai, who grew up in the South. That's burning the boats, man. You know, most people will be like, oh, they're Muslims. They're going to kill me over there. There's probably, you know, you see people walk around in thobes and head dress. You're like, oh, they probably have bombs. You know, and I'm not picking on Muslims because I'm Muslim myself, but I'm just saying that I've had people tell me, like, you mean you went to that country and you didn't go to a resort? What if you got kidnapped? What if? That thing, what if you don't? Look, the people that move past that what ifs are the ones that really make it. That's just what it is. The people a lot of people are trapped by the what if, and a lot of people can give a flip about the what if. And I want to be in that category that give a flip, because I promise you that when you go past that thought and you get there, you're probably looking back like, what the hell are these people talking about? Dubai is probably one of the safest places in the world. I heard an entrepreneur say Dubai, he left his car unlocked for 11 months and he came there and nothing was taken. You leave your car in America for 10 seconds, everything is gone. Radio, tires. But we're afraid to go to other places. Yeah, I know. You said, who's going to kidnap Mac? That's funny. That's funny. But guys, I'm getting ready to hit this gym. I hope you're doing the things that you need to do. It's all about having that routine, right? And then after I come back from that, I'm going to get into some high power work. So that's all I have to say, good people. It was nice chatting with you. And until next time, signing off.